Here we go. Chant that trope. Woo! Woo! So if it's, let me do something so I can pin my video so that I hope that what I did was you can only see one video and that's me, so it's not distracting. If you want to say something, let me turn on one sec. Let me turn on, oh, stop that. Let me turn on the chat so I can see. I think that would be the most helpful. Just give me a little holler in the chat. Okay, so everything that you see here are ta'amei mikra. And ta'amei mikra, I'll spell that out in the chat. Ta'amei mikra is how I spell it in Hebrew, in transliteration. Literally means accents of the Bible, the Tanakh. Mikra is the Hebrew word for Bible. Tanakh, you know, is Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim. If you're not sure about that, I can say a brief additional word about that. Tanakh, the Torah, the prophets, and the writings, the three sections of the Hebrew Bible. So each of these are the little marks that we put on top of the letters and the vowels to give us a few different things. We'll talk about that in a sec. Okay. Oh, there they go again. Oh, I love that feature. That was so fun to build. Okay, but I can't stop it, so we have to wait for it to do its thing. Are you done yet? Okay, here we go. Who is able to read this, right? Anyone? Anyone? I'm sure you see a few words that you might recognize. Like, can you see my mouse, by the way? Can someone type in the chat, can you see my mouse? Yes or no? I'm circling a word. Is everyone allowed to chat? Oh, okay. You can't see my mouse. Okay. You could see this word. This word. Can anyone guess what this word is?
Rosh.
Good job. That's right. It is Rosh. And if you can't do that, that's okay. This is all levels. Slach is right here. It's kind of like a word search. Like, oh, I can spell that. Okay. Slach, you know, oh, that's not slach, that's selet. That's a different word. I thought that was a chet. Anyway, so some of us can read these words, and for some of this looks like, you know, a vegetable salad, which, by the way, I'm glad there are beets, because beets in a salad, okay. So if you can't read that word, can you read this word? Don't type it out, don't shout it out, just read the word, take a look, because we're all at different levels. Are you able to read this word?
Yes.
All right. So this word, Steve, you know this word. We talked about it yesterday. What word is it?
Shalom.
That's right. Does everybody see that? So even though it doesn't have vowels, if we were in person, I'd ask you to raise hands, but I can't see your screens right now. Shalom, but it has no vowels. So eventually, when you get here, my goal is that your Hebrew will be just as good as reading Shalom. We will not put you in front of the scroll without being able to really be comfortable and familiar with this text. That goes along with adult B'nai Mitzvah students. Our number one goal is comfort, familiarity. This is something you get to do, not something you have to do. That's kind of one of my number one rules about chanting Torah. It is terrifying every single time, even for me. But just a reminder that this is a sacred obligation that I'm doing on behalf of the community. I get to do this, not I have to do this. Okay. What is trope? Let's find out. All right. In the chat, please. In the chat, please. MAP is our acronym. Someone in the chat, what do you think the M stands for? In the chat, please. Let's not unmute ourselves. Let's use the chats. I'm gonna mute everybody. Music. Does everyone agree? Did anyone think it was like mammals? I don't know. I can't think of M words right now. Oh, Stam's got to go to. those are some interesting ones. Mercha, you're getting close. Markings or meter, right, the word is music. M stands for music. Music is how we chant it. If it goes up or down, if it's ornamental or very simple, that also depends on where you are. If you are in North America, if you're Reform, Conservative, or Orthodox, believe it or not, we all have different systems of trope. And if you're in London, a friend of mine is British, she's a British cantor, and they have a whole different system. Or if you're in Rome, or if you're in Poland, or if you're in Morocco or Yemen, all different systems, pretty much sounding a lot like the surrounding music. The Middle Eastern countries very much sound like Arab maqam, like Middle Eastern music, and very different from what we consider Western music, what we sing. And it also differs on the time of year. There are 6 different trope systems that we chant, the exact same markings, but we chant them different times of the year. So Shabbat, Torah, Haftarah, regardless of what time of year it is. So Haftarah, what we chant on Shabbat or on holidays. High holiday Torah. So what we chant is different every year when you get to Torah at the high holidays, but high holiday Haftarah is the same as all other Haftarah. Purim, the Scroll of Esther, right? We chant Esther, and Brant is one of our Esther chanters, and I don't think any of the others are here, but if anybody else wants to chant Esther, you're more than welcome. Number 5 is Lamentations, which we chant on Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, which is typically in late July or early August. And the last one is Shir HaShirim Trope, which is for 3 different books, the 3 pilgrimage festivals that we celebrate. In the fall, we celebrate Sukkot, and we read Ecclesiastes or Kohelet in Hebrew. The second one is Pesach, where we chant Shir HaShirim, Song of Songs. And the third one is Shavuot, coming up in just a few weeks. Shavuot, when we chant the book of Ruth, or Rut in Hebrew. And those 3 all use the same musical system of chanting. So those are the 6 systems of trope. Some of the books of the Bible we don't chant, like Daniel, we don't chant ever publicly. Mishlei, what's Mishlei in English? Proverbs, Mishlei, Proverbs, we'd never chant out loud. And Psalms. We actually chant Psalms in a whole different way because the trope on Psalms is a little screwy, and we're not exactly sure what happened. There may have been a way that they chanted Psalms in the temple a long time ago, but that system was lost, and we're just not sure what to do with it. So a different system developed over the years. Don't worry about it. It's called Psalmody. It's a whole different class. Some books of the Bible we do not chant publicly, but these are the 6 systems that we do chant. M is for music. I'm looking at questions. Would they accept our trope? So are you saying, would like the Jews of Rome, if I went to Rome and chanted in my own trope, they would say, ha, get out of here. That kind of thing, Ginny? Yes, no? Virginia? Ginny, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Could you explain your question? Oh.
So if you go to, if you happen to be in another place, as you say, the different, that has a different trope, I mean, would you be accepted, or would they say, no, you have to do our trope? Are the borders very rigid? Is what I'm asking.
Well, there's a great experience I had living in Jerusalem, which is like, everyone comes, it's Jewish Disneyland. It's like Epcot, there's a Roman synagogue where you go and they use the Roman customs and the Nusach. It's actually quite fascinating. There's Ashkenazi, Sephardi, and Roman and Italian. It's very interesting. But you go to the Yemenite synagogue, they chant it that way. You know, if it's kind of like when you're visiting another place, you want to do what's called minhag hamakom, the custom of the place. So you kind of look around, you say, oh, you know, everyone's scratching their right temple now. I guess I should scratch my right temple. Shrug. I don't know. But I don't think there would be an expectation for you to use their system of chanting. When at HUC in Jerusalem, where I went to school, you know, our teacher, Eli Schleifer, for whom one of the reasons my son is named Eli is for this great teacher that I had. He could chant in almost any of these systems, and on a Shabbat morning, he would say, let's do it to the Roman, or let's do it to the Lithuanian system. And you know, it's more of a, it's kind of like comfort food, you know. If you're, if I'm going to someone's kitchen, I'm going to cook what I know how to cook. I'm not going to try to cook what they know how to cook.
Right.
I guess.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. And Hillary, would you read the 6 in the list again? Oh, yeah. I'll type them out.
Thank you. I only got 5 of the 6.
Shabbat, Torah, Haftarah, which are the prophets, by the way. That's the prophets that we chant all the time. High Holiday, Torah, Esther, Echa, Lamentations, and Shir HaShirim, Sukkot, Kohelet, Pesach, Shir HaShirim, and Shavuot, Ruth. That's out of order chronologically. Echa should be last, but Shir HaShirim there are the 3 that are under Shir HaShirim.
So that's more than 6.
So Shir HaShirim is for the 3 pilgrimage festivals.
Got it.
So that's for the 3 of. Oh, you probably can't see my mouse over the chat. Okay. Anyway, so that's music. We'll go more into that another time. Okay. A is for. Oh, I gave it away. Oh well. A is for accent, and P is for punctuation. Let's move on. What do you say? All right. So a little bit of understanding about music. In the days when the Torah was chanted in the temple, so King Solomon built the temple, we think around the year 900 BCE, and was destroyed. And then King Herod rebuilt the second temple that was built, we think, around the year 500 BCE after it was destroyed. The first temple was destroyed 586. Second temple, we think, was rebuilt around 500. And then the second temple was destroyed in the year 70 of the Common Era. So when the Torah was chanted in the temple, there were no teleprompters and no microphones. In order for a Torah to be heard, it was chanted, right? It's a little bit easier to be heard and keep people's attention if you chant it. This evolved into ta'amei mikra, or accents of the Tanakh. Since there are no vowels in the Torah scroll, and we are commanded to pronounce each word as accurately as possible, the music was also a memory device. Hand gestures were used to remind the Torah chanter what they were supposed to sing. So the Yemenite synagogue in Jerusalem, which I've been to a few times, it's a modern Orthodox synagogue. Unfortunately, women have to sit behind a glass window in another room, but they can still see okay. The Torah chanter uses what's called chironomy, which are different. It kind of looks like airplane directions. They use different hand gestures and arm gestures to remind the Torah chanter what melody and what trope to use. Okay, more on that in a little bit. After the temple's destruction in 70 CE, everyone just made up their own way of chanting the Bible. By the 10th century, the chant in use in Judah had clearly become quite complex. Judah as a part of the land of Israel. The Masorim, or the Masoretes, who lived in Tiberias or Tiberia, which is on the Sea of Galilee, the Kinneret, beautiful town, some really good fish restaurants, really good stuff there, decided to invent a comprehensive notation system with a symbol on each word to replace the fragmented systems previously in use. Also, they realized that everyone was speaking Aramaic. No one was speaking Hebrew anymore. So they needed to create a system of pronunciation. And that is when the system of vowels was created. So along with the trope that were around the words, they also created the dots and lines that were placed on the words. So think about it. Torah was written, we think, at least compiled all together, maybe 8th century BCE-ish. If you think about it, 8th century BCE all the way to the 10th century CE, that's 1,800 years. When Torah was first compiled and written down until they added the vowels. So who knows if the version that we have was the intention of the original author? If, anytime you add vowels to something or music to something, you're creating a bias. So someone had an idea, this is what this Bible thing should sound like and how it should be pronounced. And then it was set in stone. And the oldest version of the Bible that we have is called the Aleppo Codex. Codex is a book that goes like this. There are scrolls, and this is a codex. And the Aleppo Codex is in the Israel Museum in the Shrine of the Book. Next time you're in Jerusalem, I hope you check it out. It's really fascinating. It's a beautiful text. It's the oldest known version of the Bible that we have in Hebrew. The English, different story. So, and yes, it does have trope. And yes, I'm able to chant it. It's pretty cool to just look at it and say, I'm chanting, connecting this ancient text all the way to today. It's really fascinating. Okay. Any questions about that? Let me bring up my chat because I turned off my chat. Okay, no questions. Boom. Let's move on. Accent. This is pretty cut and dry. It's the difference between putting the right accents on the right syllables. If you don't, your English sounds different and strange. Try it yourself, but keep yourself on mute. The hard thing is, English is a Germanic language. We pronounce almost every accent on the first syllable. Pronounce. No, that's a bad example. First syllable, accent. Think about it. Most of our words, the accent is on the first syllable. In Hebrew, as a general rule, the accent goes on the final syllable of the word. Baruch, Atah, Adonai, Eloheinu. Wait a second. The penultimate syllable, the second to last syllable, Eloheinu, that is when we have to take notice that the pronunciation is a little different. Melech, it's not melech, it's melech. So it's a little different. There are rules for that, but I would have to give you a year of grad level Hebrew grammar in order to really explain it. And we don't have time for that. Okay. Sometimes it does not, and sometimes words have more than one accented syllable. It is what it is. 9 times out of 10, if you're not sure, just ask me. But the good thing is, the trope tells us exactly the accent of the word. Okay. And we'll get into that. You'll see from the examples. Punctuation! All right. Who can use punctuation and kind of help this sign be a little formatted? Where punctuation on this sign? You can raise your hand, and I've got the participants list up. Who's got an idea? Rachel and Deb. Go for it. Unmute.
Okay. Teachers would have what? What? Teachers only, no students allowed.
Right? Teachers only, no students allowed. Duh. Shalom. Especially for those of us that, Deb, who works at a high school,
Yeah. Teachers
don't take-
only.
Don't take my spot. Okay. Can we, thank you, Rachel and Deb, can we use punctuation to completely change the meaning of the sign? And those of you who have taken the class with me before, you've seen this before. Hillary wants to say, what is it, Hillary?
Oh, I was thinking comma after only and comma after students.
Yeah, I don't think that would necessarily change the meaning of the sign.
You're right, it wouldn't. Never mind.
Okay. Anyone have an idea?
Yeah. So put a question mark after only. Teachers only, and then an exclamation mark after no. Teachers only? No. Students allowed.
That's right. Thanks, Stan. Pretty much what I was going for as well. So isn't that fascinating? Deb, I'm not going to give any of your students an idea of I don't know. It says I could park here. Students allowed. But that's one fascinating thing. Also, a few more of these that I've come across over the years. Let's eat grandma, or let's eat grandma. Commas save lives. That's something fun that Ginny, I'm getting to that one. Did you tell me about that one? Someone told me about that one. A friend of mine has this as her email signature. And then a panda eats, shoots, and leaves. Or a panda eats, shoots, and leaves. Right? You get it? Wah, wah. Your laughter is just deafening. All right, so let us begin looking at our if you want to follow along on the handout, we're going to be on page 2. And the colors are intentional. So for those of us that are, here it is. Okay. So I wish we could do this unmuted. I just don't think it's a good idea. So if we need to do it again, I'm going to ask you to let me know, but I'm just going to take this one step at a time. This is called the Et Nachta family. Everyone say Et Nachta. Say it again. Et Nachta. Et Nachta. And this is the most basic, and I think one of the most common phrases, and we call them families, but they're little ways to organize the text. So there are 4 symbols in the Et Nachta family. And I like to use my own Chironomy. And you can see my hand is following the shape of the symbol. The first one, the Aleph is there to give you, to show what an example, where it would go. And this is how you pronounce the name of the symbol. Mercha. And it's Aramaic. You can notice it's Aramaic because an Aleph is at the end, not a Hey. So I would go like this as I would chant. Mercha. Try that. Mercha. And the gross motor movement helps you remember it. Trust me, it makes it a little bit easier. My 13-year-old students really get it. Mercha. And besides, I can't see you doing it, so if you look like a fool, guess what? So do we all. Mercha. Mercha. And by the way, the cha is challenging for some people, but really the chet and the chaf are a critical part of our language. And it's a good thing to find comfort with it. If you need help working on it, let me know. Okay. Mercha. Mercha. Try that. Okay. Second one, it's a mirror image of the mercha, and it's called tipcha. Tipcha. Now, where I'm singing might be a little high for some people or a little low for some people. This is typically where I do it with my 12-year-old students, just because it's comfortable for most of them. Mercha. The second one, tipcha. Try that. Tipcha. Tipcha. My wife is singing along in the next room. Mercha tipcha. Try that. Mercha tipcha. And this is the sequence that you will find them in Torah. All right. Any questions so far? Via the chats? Questions? Okay. Hi. Okay. Mercha. You could have just told me in the chat. Ha ha ha. Stan, you mean music notation? Yes. I'm happy to share that. And if you'd like, a more advanced text for study, there's a wonderful book that's available for purchase. It's actually the first way that I learned it. It comes with a CD. I got it in the 90s when I was in high school, and I taught myself, and I chanted Torah at my home synagogue when I was a senior in high school, and it was deeply meaningful for me to be able to do that. It's a great book, self-taught. Up to you. Okay. Is the symbol on the second to last? Is the symbol always on the second to last letter? So remember the Hillary's question. So the symbol is on the accent. The symbol, the trope symbol, tells us where to put the music. Tip cha. If the trope symbol was here under the tet, it would be tipcha. Right? I'll give you the book later. Remind me to look at all. I'll take some notes. Oh man. Port Wolf, and both of them, the writers of the books are two teachers of mine. Also, a lovely reminder. They have two volumes. One volume is for Torah and High Holiday Torah, and the second volume is for the other three systems, other four systems, and you don't have to worry about it. The second one, we're just focusing on Torah. It's called, Mark, I'll send you the link. Don't worry about it. Okay. Why not second ah for tipcha since tipcha ha ha? So that's just Steve's question. So Steve, if I understand it correctly, the ah is just in the chanting. Tipcha, but the word is tipcha. The extra ahs are just from the musical chanting. And for example, in Haftarah cantillations, mercha tipcha, like there isn't a da cha ha ha. It's just mercha tipcha. Does that answer your question? Okay. Nancy, maybe stress mercha with the right hand, tipcha with the left. You are mirrored on the screen, so it could be. Oh, I thought I was mirroring what you see. I thought this was like the same as what you see on the screen. Is this not the same as what? Is this the opposite of what you see on the screen? Nancy Dillette. Mercha tipcha. Because with the students, I do mirror and I do it so that they see me doing it the right way. But Nancy, I want to unmute you and ask, is this mirrored or does this look the right way?
It does look the right way. I just thought it would be good for people to know that's with your right hand, because it's confusing.
Okay. Yeah, and thank you. The questions over the chat are a little confusing for me. Thank you for clarifying. So yeah, mercha is your right hand, tipcha is your left hand, because we're reading Hebrew that way, right? Okay. So mercha tipcha, try that. Or mercha tipcha, is the lower one better? Mercha tipcha. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Okay, moving on. It's just a 90-degree angle, munach. Everyone say munach. Munach. Munach.
Munach.
And if oh, well done. Munach, just like you see the vowel looks like it's going down. The munach musically goes down like this. Munach, munach. So we have mercha, tipcha, munach. That together. Mercha, tipcha, munach. Of course it is, Brant. Mercha, tipcha, munach. Got it? I'll explain a little bit. Okay, let's just do this and then I'll explain something else. And here's the name of the family. My students have said it looks like a wishbone or an upside down candy apple or many other things. A tire with a nail sticking out of it. Many other things, but an etnachta, I do a symbol like that. A P in ASL. Etnachta. Etnachta. Try that. Etnachta. Etnachta. Mercha. Tipcha. Munach. Etnachta. Let's just do that 5 times. Here we go. Mercha. Tipcha. Munach. Etnachta. Mercha. Tipcha. Munach. Etnachta. Mercha, tipcha, munach, etnachta. Mercha, tipcha, munach, etnachta. Last one. Mercha, tipcha, munach, etnachta. Make sense? Okay, so the blue is there for a reason, because every time when I use color coding on a text, I will always make the etnachta family light blue. So anytime you have these, oh, Rebecca says her video is mirrored. So the mercha is the right hand, the tipcha is the left hand, munach is the right hand, like you're making a letter L. And etnachta is, doesn't matter. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. So let's have some fun. The grid here shows all the different ways that you will see the etnachta family in a page of Torah. Sometimes you'll have all 4. Sometimes you'll just have these 3. Sometimes you'll just have these 3. And sometimes you'll just have these 2. There are a few times I know where it's just, but it's so rare, we're not going to worry about it. Okay. So let's chant through number 1. It's the one we've been doing 5 times, right? Let's do it. Why not? For fun. Everything I feel, all of this stuff comes from listening and repetition. Listening and repetition. Listening and repetition. What is it? Exactly. So let's do it. Mercha, tipcha, munach, etnachta. Okay. Sometimes you'll see a word that is just tipcha. There's no mercha. So you just start tipcha, munach, etnachta. Let's do that again. So you just have to either hear the mercha in your head or forget the mercha and just start with the second one. I've seen some teachers who do one or the other. Let's do tipcha. Here we go. Tipcha, munach, etnachta. And sometimes the mercha is back and there's no munach. Mercha, tipcha, etnachta. All right. And then sometimes you have tipcha and etnachta. Tipcha, etnachta. So these are the 4 ways, kind of the training ropes for helping us familiarize ourselves with the etnachta family. Okay. Before we move on, any questions? You could raise your hand or you could put it in the chat. Or you could say, yalla, yalla, get on with it. Come on. What's the problem, eh? Okay, let's move on. Sof Pasuk family. Sof Pasuk family. So, Ta family, put it on a shelf. We got it. Sof Pasuk means end of the verse. Pasuk is a verse. So, or in modern, sof literally means end. So, Sof Pasuk is a period. Et nachta is very much a hard comma. So, the halfway point in a verse of Torah. It could be the third out of 13 words. Whoa. It could be the third out of 13 words, but it's still the halfway point grammatically or the subject matter that they're trying to express. Two separate ideas separated by an et nachta. Sof pasuk means end of the verse. And I do this. Sof pasuk. Try that. Sof pasuk. It's just the end of the verse. Okay. It's like a stop sign. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hello, old friend. Here we go. Mercha. I got this, right? This is easy. Okay. Tipcha. Together. Mercha. Tipcha. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm getting 100% on this one. Next one. Oh. I've revealed the ending. Mercha. Tipcha, mercha. Well, this is just comfort food, right? We know this one. And then sof pasuk. Sof pasuk. So the whole thing together. Mercha, tipcha, mercha, sof pasuk. That's it. Let's do it again. Mercha, tipcha, mercha, sof pasuk. Okay. Same idea. Sometimes they come, sometimes they go. It mirrors the same structure as the last one. Let's do it together. Number one. Mercha, tipcha, mercha, sof pasuk. Number two. Tipcha, mercha, sof pasuk. Three. Mercha, tipcha, sof pasuk. Number four. Tipcha, sof pasuk. So you'll notice that tipcha never falls away and sof pasuk never falls away because sof pasuk is the name of the trope, of the family. One thing that's very important is the name of the family. So the et nachta family you can't have without an et nachta. The sof pasuk family you can't have without a sof pasuk. Okay. We could get into just a brief word on the value of each of these. An et nachta is like I said, a strong comma, and a sof pasuk is a stop. So stronger or longer pause on those two, and then tipcha is a little bit stronger in mercha. You should not pause at all. According to the rules of this stuff, I don't know if I pay very much attention to that. I think I do it just automatically. I will never hold you accountable for that. I will never say, you paused after a mercha. How dare you? That doesn't really matter. But Mark asks, in the Torah, does sof pasuk have a colon? No. So none of these marks are in Torah. It is just something that you need to know. By the way, sof pasuk has two markers. The colon is there. It kind of looks like a period, but also under the text. It's to the side of the text. So you really can't see which syllable is accented. So the little line here, it's called a meteg. I'm going to write that in the chat because that's an important word to know. A meteg. Meteg is that little vertical line. And in our prayer book, well, not in our prayer book, because the prayer book was made before I got here. But when I type set Hebrew, I put a meteg under the accented syllable if the last syllable is not the accented syllable. And that's a common practice. It's also done in Mishkan Tefillah, the movements, Shabbat and festival Siddur, and weekday Siddur, and also in Mishkan HaNefesh, the machzor for the high holidays. So the little meteg there is put there to mark on a sof pasuk, to mark the ending, the accent, but also in a regular prayer book, to mark the accented syllable when it's not the final syllable. Okay, don't worry about that so much right now. Hey, chant some Torah. Dvarim 6:4, the Shema. The Shema comes up in Parashat Va'et Hanan. It's typically in early to mid-August. We actually had a bar mitzvah because of the calendar being a little weird last year. We actually had a bar mitzvah for Va'et Hanan, Leo Schlossmacher, and he did chant Ve'ahavta, Shema and Ve'ahavta from the Torah. But for his Ve'ahavta, he chanted, because it would be kind of a gimme for him to just chant Ve'ahavta, right? That's not a challenge, or that's not interesting. So he actually chanted the Ve'ahavta text with the British musical trope. And my friend Zoe, who's a British cantor, she made a recording, and was deeply meaningful. That was a kind of a nerdy cantor moment for me, and the family thought it was pretty cool too. Okay, let's chant some Torah. So everybody look at these words, all right? I'm gonna unmute everybody. Everybody take a look. What is the trope? Now, this is where having your trope packet is gonna be. Back to the different families. Everybody look at the Etnachta family. What is the trope marking on the word Shema? Do you see the word Shema here?
Yeah.
What is
Tifcha.
Tifcha? That's right. Okay. So all right, good. Hey, no getting ahead of time. I'm muting you all. You're in the penalty box. All right. Number one. So this is my way, just baby steps. My way of chanting the Torah from the ground up. How to build it. First thing you do is you identify the family. There are two families here. And you identify the family is find the name of the family. Does everybody see the Etnachta? The Etnachta is right here. That is going to be the delineation. The Etnachta family is one phrase, and the Sof Pasuk family is second phrase. There's one family here and one family here. So let's just focus on this one. Read the word. Shema. We all know that word. Okay. And the trope on that word, we all chanted it. Tipcha, tipcha, Shema plus tipcha equals Shema. I know you all did it. So again, identify the family. Oh, it's an Etnachta family because the Etnachta is right here. If there was a Sof Pasuk right here, it would be a Sof Pasuk family. It's simple. Then you read the word, Shema. Step 3, you chant the trope, Tipcha. And step 4, you put it all together. Shema. Steve asks, are we going to get copies of the slides? I think it's all in there. Everything I'm doing is in the packet, except for like all the explanations. I'm happy to share that. So again, I just turned this blue because anytime I do Etnachta, I do it with a light blue background. That is going to help when I give you your Torah portions, and they're all going to be color coded because I think it's just so much easier. Okay. Moving to the next family. All right. Oh, Shema and the next word. All right. Identify the family. It's an Etnachta family. Read the word. We all know this word, right? Yisrael. And what's the trope? Etnachta. Shema. Etnachta. Etnachta. Does everybody see the trope here? Is Etnachta. Chant the trope and then put it all together. Yisrael. So again, you identify the family, Etnachta family. Read the word, Yisrael. Chant the trope. Etnachta. Yisrael plus Etnachta equals Yisrael. Now, if the trope was under the resh, we would chant it differently. Yisrael, Yisrael. But it's not. It's under the el. So it's Yisrael. The trope tells us where to put the music, where the musical changes happen. So far we have Shema Yisrael. I know that's a lot, but that's all trope is. That's all we're doing. Questions about that, please raise your hand. Chi says the slide is not in the packet. There are examples for this lesson. We'll get to more of them soon, but I'm happy to share this procedure, if that's what you mean. And thank you, because it probably should be. Okay. Any questions about the first phrase that we chanted? Okay. Second phrase. Hey, look at that. It's dark blue. Someone call it violet. I don't know. I found these colors because the computer program that I use to put the colors on the Torah text, it just spits it out. It's really nice. Kind of made it this shade of dark blue. So, it is what it is. Okay. Second one. No, this is the abbreviation for God's name. Adonai. Right? We identify the family. It's Sof Adonai. And what's the trope? It goes this way. So it must be a mercha. So Adonai plus mercha is Adonai. Adonai. Second one. Read the word Eloheinu. Chant the trope. Tip cha. And you put it all together. Eloheinu. Right? Eloheinu. Any questions about that one?
Eloheinu.
Oh, Brant. I can't sneak anything past you. It was a trick. It was a trick. Since the trope is under the hey, we chant Eloheinu. Eloheinu. If the trope was under the lamed, I don't even know. It would be like Eloheinu. It's kind of weird. If it was under the nun, it would be Eloheinu. If it was under the nun, but it's not. And why is that accent on the penultimate syllable? Again, a year of grad level Hebrew. You don't want to know. I mean, we could do that. If anybody's interested in a Hebrew grammar class, I know I've talked to a few of you about it. I'm down. I got a great book for it. Self-study, come back. We'll go through it. Go home, self-study, come back. I'm down. I am a grammar nerd when it comes to Hebrew, and I'm getting there with English a little bit. Anyway, so Adonai, Eloheinu. And guess what? It's the same thing. Adonai, last word. Echad, Echad, and it's Sof Pasuk, the stop sign. Echad plus Sof Pasuk is Echad. So, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. So, I'm going to be bold. I'll unmute everybody. Let's just chant Shema together. Here we go. Shema El Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Woo! We chanted Torah. All right.
Yisrael.
All right, muted you again. Give me I'm going to go back. All right, I'm looking at your pictures again. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Deb is giving me one thumb. She's like 80%. All right. Give me a thumbs down if you're like, Cantor, you're on Mars and speaking Chinese. I got no idea what's going on. All right, give me kind of getting it. Okay. All right. All right, friends. Let's move on. Because guess what? There's another family. Oh, wait. Why is this? Why am I going back? Oh, I was like, why am I going backwards? Because I was doing it with the Hebrew direction and my brain's in right to left mode. All right, stop that. Stop that. Go ahead. Hey, what happened to my examples? Hold on one sec. Did I take them out? I took them out. Oh, I didn't put them in. Do you see that slide? Examples go here. All right. Well, I've got them. Oh, that's funny. They're in the handout. Let's go to the handout. Can everybody see my screen? Yes, you can see my screen. Okay. So, examples. Boom. Letter A. Let's have some fun. All right. Can I have a volunteer? Raise your hand. Everybody know how to raise your hand? You go to your little window and, or maybe on the participants list. It's one of those. Since I'm the host, I can't see it. It's one of those. And you say raise hand, and then I'll see a little blue hand go up next to your name in the participants list. All right. Can I have a brave soul? Mark raised his hand. Mark, where are you? Oh, Brant raised his hand. All right. Unmute. Brant, reading please. Letter A.
Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom.
Okay, well, Brant, I didn't say chant the text.
Oh, sorry.
I said read the text, for crying out loud. Okay, so let's read the text. Shalom.
Hello.
We know that word. Shabbat. We know that word. Shalom. Let's go to the next step. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna annotate here. How do I type words? Words. All right. I'm just gonna repeat that one. Chant, family. 2, read. 3, chant trope. 4, put it together. Does everybody see that? I don't love that color. Let's do a darker color. All right. All right, I guess that's there. I can't play with it anymore. Okay. So identify the family. What family is this? Hello, what's the last one? Et nachta. Does everybody see the et nachta? Would it be helpful to zoom in a little bit? Oh, let me go here. Turn off the annotations. Hello. All right. Is that better? Okay. Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, and it's et nachta family. So you should be, if you want to go through trope lesson 1 with the et nachta family. The first one, anyone besides Brant want to tell me which trope is on the first shalom? Mark has his hand raised. Mark, go for it.
It's tipcha.
Good. Can you chant tipcha for me?
Shalom.
Wait, just chant tipcha.
Tipcha.
Good. Thank you. We're just doing training wheels. We're doing training wheels. Some of us are able to do it all at once. But so shalom plus tipcha equals, as Mark and Brant said, shalom.
Shalom.
Good. Good. So second one is munach. Munach sounds like munach. Rachel's got it. Looks good. Anybody want to chant the second one? You could just, since I'm looking at your video, you can just raise your hand. Rebecca is like, please don't call on me. Please don't call on me. Please don't call on me. Hillary, was that a hand? Go for it.
Trying to figure out how to unmute. That
You're
right?
good. Yeah.
Shabbat.
That's it. Shabbat. So far we have Shalom, Shabbat. Okay. The last one. Thank you, Hillary. The last one. We haven't. What's the trope there? I see some hands. I see some Barent hands that are making, either they're flipping me off or giving me an et nachta. That could be like our inside thing, like, oh yeah, well, et nachta to you too. All right. By the way, does everyone know that this is how you flip someone off in England? Did you know that? I think it's so interesting. So my friend Zoe, who's the Cantor in London, she said, you go like this to flip someone off in England, because think thousands of years ago when everyone had archers and castles, it's kind of gruesome, but if you captured someone and you didn't want them to attack you, you would cut off these two fingers because those are your bow and arrow fingers, right? So you're saying, ha ha, I've still got my fingers. Isn't that crazy? It's like, what? Anyway. Yeah, thanks, Nancy. Yeah. Here's your et nachta. Please, do not make this our secret handshake, because I hope to invite my friend Zoe here one day to sing with me, and everyone will be like, hey, Cantor, what's up? You know, and that would be pretty funny. Oh my God. Actually, dude, never mind. We'll make a secret handshake another time. Okay. So et nachta, right? Rachel, do you want to chant that one? Shalom with et nachta.
Oh, you got it. Et nachta. Shalom.
So good, but that was a tipcha. So et nachta, shalom with et nachta.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just sing et nachta.
Et nachta.
Good. Now replace the word shalom.
Shalom. No, I can't. You do it. Shalom.
Hey, it's a team effort.
That's what
Are those matching pajamas, by the way?
they are.
When am I getting my own set? That's what
Love
I want to
you.
know. I love you too. All right, enough of that. Okay, so let's do it all together. Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. Make sense? Okay. And what's the trick of that? Hello, Shabbat Shalom. Let's do one more. So you see, there's no mercha in that first phrase. That's not really a phrase from the Torah. Letter B. Anybody want to try to read the whole thing? Brave readers reading the whole thing. Someone who hasn't raised their before. Ellie. Ellie's in. All right. Okay. Hi, Ellie. Letter B, please.
Ani ohev lagur b'Phoenix.
Hey, she got it. Well done. I honestly think b'Phoenix is much easier than my former version, which was b'Chicago, which was a little bit harder to read in Hebrew. Great. Ani ohev lagur b'Phoenix. Of course, as a woman, you would say ani ohevet, but it's just an example. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, this is which family? Ellie, can you identify the family?
It is et nachta.
Good job. How do you know?
Because it's got that little swiggly thing under the fe.
That's right. The et nachta is at the end of the word, at the end of the phrase. So that's what tells us that it's et nachta. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the first trope for the word ani.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Sure, why not?
Ani.
What's the name of the what's the name of the trope? Mercha. Mercha with ani.
Ani. Ani. Ani. Mercha. Ani.
Mercha.
Mercha. Ani.
I'm hearing you go down.
Ani.
Yeah. Mercha. Ani.
Ani.
Same pitches. Mercha. Ani.
Ani.
Thank you. Do you want to be off the hot seat or do you want to keep going?
No.
You know, Ellie, you've got
something
3
else.
more
Yes,
spins
I'm
left.
curious.
You could press your luck or you
Okay.
could pass to Nancy. Do you want to press your luck? If you pass to Nancy, she has to take all 3 spins. You've got 2 whammies. What do you want to do?
I'll do the second one.
Anybody get that, by the way? Press your luck was the show in the world.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Tipcha.
Mercha.
Wait a minute. Isn't that? Ohev is Ohev.
Hold on. Let's chant the trope. So mer, and what's this trope?
Are you talking about Ani?
Ani is mercha, and what's the second one?
Tipcha.
Tipcha. How do you chant tipcha?
Tipcha.
Mercha tip. It's got the little flippy.
Tipcha.
There you go. Mercha tipcha. Ani.
Ohev. Ohev.
Yeah, there you go. Ani ohev. It is tricky.
Ohev. And that's all for me.
All right. She's gonna, no whammies, and you're gonna pass to Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
Hey.
All right. You want to do the last 2?
Nagor, the Phoenix.
Yeah, well done. Now we know that the accent for Phoenix, the Fe, but if I put the etnach the nun, how would you chant it?
The Phoenix.
That's right. So friends, remember the accent and the melody are changed based on just wherever you put the trope. For example, I could go supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and where would the trope be? Under the D, under the do. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Make sense? Good. Okay. Let's do more family because I want to. Carol's got a question. Go for it, Carol. Uh-oh. I unmuted you. Go for it. Harry, I think you need to allow me to unmute you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Phoenix, right? Phoenix. You put the accent on the Phoenix. Phoenix.
Yeah. Because that's where the accent is in English.
The Phoenix. The Phoenix. Okay.
Cool. And then you'll see. Let's do one more. I'll guide you through one more. So letter C, there are 1-syllable words, and 1-syllable words are a little challenging because 1-syllable words, you don't have the full sound of the trope. Mercha is 2 syllables. Yesh is 1 syllable. So in this case, everything that happens before the accent musically falls off. Mercha becomes cha. Cha, the mer is out. Cha. So the word yesh is yesh. It's not yesh, it's just yesh. Tip cha becomes cha. Li yesh li. And the next one is back to normal. Chaver beYisrael. Make sense? Yesh li chaver beYisrael. And then we did Shema. Now, let's look at letter E, because letter E, we all know, we just know that we know it. Ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein eincha. Sound familiar? All right, let's do it again. So look at the Hebrew that you know and just chant the trope. Ukshartam. Mercha tipcha et nachta. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof pasuk. And Ginny Keller, would you please do us a favor? Is Ginny still here? Oh, there you are. Ginny, would you do us a favor and just letter F, because it has been a perennial thing that you chant at Simchat Torah.
Oh my gosh. Bereshit bara Elohim et it's just et.
That's right.
Et hashama no et hashamayim no et hashamayim ve'et haaretz haaretz.
Right, it's the ve'et.
Okay.
Et hashamayim mercha.
Oh, ve'et hashama ve'et you know, it's so easy to auditorily memorize. Hard to. All right, now.
Ginny, I think you've chanted that every single year that I've been here.
I have. I mean,
5 times, yeah.
Memory, but
yeah.
To follow the. I'm getting used to following the trope. So.
Yeah, it's a pickle when you start to learn the foundation of it.
Yeah. But it helps actually to know it, so I can learn it a little easier. So.
Yeah. The friends, a quick story. When I was in cantorial school, the very first day of cantillation class in Jerusalem with our teacher, Cantor Eli Schleifer, he said, no looking, chant the entire Ve'ahavta just with trope. And we had to think about it and go, Munach katon tipcha, munach anachta, mercha tipcha, mercha sof pasuk, revi'i, from memory. I mean, it was an exercise, but it was, it was challenging.
Yeah.
All right, I wanted to go through, maybe not with 10 minutes left. I don't want to introduce another family. What I will say, what you know now, combined with this next family that we're going to do next time, the Katon family. After you know those 3 families, you will know 80% of Torah. You will know how to chant 80% of the Torah. The rest of it, and I will come up here to, no, here's one. Okay. Oh, it's not with colors. All right. Toldot's colors. Come on, my computer is, my spotlight search is a little slow. Here we go. All right, here's Truma. All right, does everybody see that?
Yeah.
I kill the annotation, 1 sec. Getting this thing, annotates clear all drawings. Okay, so check it out. So just like I said, the light blue, that's actually a typo. How funny is that? This is a bad example. What? The Sof Pasuk has 2 different colors. That's got it. Right? Isn't that 2 different colors?
Yeah.
Those should be the same color. All right. Well, I'll have to fix that one. Luckily, her bat mitzvah was a long time ago. All right. Va'era. Oh, va'era. All right. So does everybody see this? All the etnachtas are this light blue. So you can actually scan and be like, you can find them. Et nachta, et nachta, et nachta, et nachta. It's very easily to it just pops out. And Sof Pasuk is this darker blue or lavender. Sof Pasuk, Sof Pasuk, Sof Pasuk, Sof Pasuk. Oh, I see. It's doing Sof Aliyah as a different color than Sof Pasuk. That should not be. Oh, well, it is what it is. Because these little red sideways words, those are the next Aliyah. Okay. And then you see all the yellow. Yellow's the next family. So between the Et Nachta, Sof Pasuk, and this Katon, this third yellow family, you will know most of this trope.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay. So time to wrap it up. Questions so far? I can see your screen, so you can raise your hand. Jin.
Two questions. One is, at the end of our classes, I thought it said that we would chant a line of Torah or something.
Yeah.
And we'll do that via Zoom.
Unless you want to come over, Malka could make some French toast and sure.
I mean, is that what that's,
Yes.
but that's the plan.
Yes.
And also you and I had talked about me doing Yitro before all of this happened, but that's off now, right?
Oh, for Shavuot?
Yeah.
Why not? I don't think we've assigned Torah readers for Shavuot.
You assigned me for one. I don't know who else.
I just want to make sure that I have that written down.
Okay.
Because I have a grid here. Yep, Ginny Keller. And then Nancy. Well, I think we were supposed to ask Nancy for the second one. Because you've done that one. And Jeff Kleiman is confirmed for the third one that Ron has also done. I think, Ron, you did that at the men's retreat a couple years ago. But yeah. So if you wanted to work on that Yitro one, which you've done before, but if you wanted to work on it from the trope, that's like a fruit salad there. It's got a lot of different trope systems.
I'll do both. But thank
Okay.
you. So I'll work on that one, but I'll study this. Good.
And I do want to share a word with our adult B'nai Mitzvah friends. I didn't realize that this would be your first time chanting Torah before your adult or bar mitzvah. And I don't know if you would rather wait until next year when it's going to be your adult B'nai Mitzvah. Rachel is saying, yes, Deb will chant enough for both of us. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. Good. All right. Yeah, if you want to wait, that's totally fine. This could just be an academic exercise. But if you want to chant, I'm okay with it. All right. Ron has his hand up. Sir, go for it.
I was just asking, do you have a SoundCloud recording of the various trope families in case we forget?
Yes. Do I have a SoundCloud recording?
Excellent.
My goal was to have a YouTube explanation like this, but I have 3 children, ages 7 and 6. That didn't happen. Sorry. It's on the list. It's on the short list, but it didn't happen. All right, so let me share my screen again. And I will take you through that. Okay, let me go to Safari. Boom, chicka, raka, chicka. Boom. Okay. So not everyone has a SoundCloud thing saved on their favorites, but I do. So you go to soundcloud.com. And then I will send you, thank you for the reminder, I will send you these links. Do you want to hear Esther, or do you want to hear High Holidays, or do you want to hear what we worked on today? Is joke. Okay. Trope tables. So first of all, trope tables is basically what we just did. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to do it again. Share computer sound. Okay, here we go. This should sound better. Et nachta and sof pasuk. Mercha tipcha munach et nachta. Tipcha
Munach et
Everybody see
nachta.
that's following
Mercha tipcha.
Okay. So then, I'll send you that link. But then, trope lessons. What is this? Oh, is this the same thing? Did I record this twice? I guess I did.
Trope lesson 1. Et nachta and sof pasuk.
All right. I guess I was redundant. I did the same thing twice. So now, was it Mark who asked for music notation? Okay. So I have something. Well, Carol's just showing off her music. You know, she got from somewhere. Was that from Cantor Sharona or Cantor Peter? Say again.
From Sharona.
Oh, from Sharona. Very nice.
Like 18 years ago.
Yeah. So I would not use what Sharona uses because she and I don't chant the same thing. She uses the Rosenbaum conservative method of chanting trope. She grew up conservative. That's what she learned. And I grew up Reform, and I use what the Reform movement uses. That's why our high holiday chanting especially sounds very different. But that just is what it is. So I would ask that for the sake of this class, let's use the ones that I have. So let me look up that book, Torah Cantillation. Portnoy Wolf. The Art of Torah Cantillation. It's on Amazon. Is it on one of the little guys? J.W. Pepper. Okay, we'll do it from Amazon. I will send you this. This is the book that I learned on. And are any of us doing e-readers? Anyone e-readers? Okay, I think it's available as a Kindle book. Oh, maybe not. I'm going to double check with the 1 minute that we have left. Oh, I misspelled Kindle. I don't have a Kindle, so I don't even. It should be spelled lehadlik, shalom. Get it? Okay. Paperback bunko. I don't even know what a bunko is. Looks like it's not available as a Kindle book. So what I have is, we call this the anthem. And some of you I've shared this with, no, it's not that anthem. Hey, welcome to my computer. You're seeing all my files. Trope anthem. So this is all of them, which, by the way, so this is basically what we've been doing, but with music notes. At some point, I want to rebuild this on the computer. I just haven't gotten around to it. Mercha family, Sof Pasuk family, Katon family, and then you get into all the others. How about this one? Shal Shalet. Steve's like, oh, sign me up. Actually only occurs 5 times in Torah. So a quick tour around the Bible. Okay, this will take 2 seconds. Haftarah, what we just learned. Mercha tipcha munach ad nachta. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof pasuk. Same symbols. Haftarah chanting. Right? Okay. High holiday Torah. Mercha tipcha munach ad nachta. Sof pasuk. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof pasuk. Huh. Sounds different. Esther. Purim, what we just had. Mercha tipcha munach ad nachta. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof pasuk. Here we go. Shir HaShirim, the one that I know the least. You'll probably hear this a lot at weddings because we use this melody when we chant things at weddings. Mercha tipcha munach et nachta. Mercha tipcha mercha sof pasuk. You'll notice that in some of these families, mercha and tipcha are different when they're in et nachta and when they're in sof pasuk. Luckily, in Torah, they're the same. And finally, the last one, Echa. Mercha, it's lamentations, it's wailing and weeping. Mercha tibcha munach et nachta. Mercha tibcha, mercha sof pasuk. Which sound very similar because when you're weeping, ain't got time for no complicated tropes. We're so sad for crying out loud. Okay. So anyway, I'm happy to share, if I would encourage you to get the book, but I'm happy to share this 2 pages of notation if that's the way that you learn well. I'm happy to share it. There are some, you see my notes from 2002 as well, my first year of cantorial school. There are some things that are not the same in the music and in the Hebrew on the right side. So anyway, I'm happy to share that. All right.
Did you put the name of the book in the chat?
I wrote it down with a pencil.
The Art of Cantillation.
The Art of Torah Cantillation. I will share that.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Other questions? I know we're out of time if you got to go. Okay.
Yeah, I've got just a quick question. So, is there variation? I mean, if I get another book that has, other than this one that has the notes, is it going to be different?
Probably. Which book?
No, well, I don't know. I'm just going to find one with Kindle, but so there's variation even within the Ashkenazi melodies.
So, how many Jews do you know?
Okay.
You know, if you ask a Jew how to make a brisket, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you use onion soup mix? Do you use a can of Coke? Do you, you know, a bay leaf? So, yeah. So, what I do, I'm a flag-bearing Reform Jew. This is the way the Reform movement chants Torah. The 2 authors of this book went to the same seminary that I did. That's not true. Marshall Portnoy went to JTS. But my point is, this is the system the URJ uses. This is a system that I use. Okay. So I would say, please, 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 let's do it all with the same way. Mm-hmm. And by the way, the recordings. Oh, geez, where is that? I think I recorded on SoundCloud the Portnoy Wolf. Oh, you know what? You know what it is? I did record the entire anthem. So I'm going to send you the PDF of the anthem, and it's on SoundCloud as well. That whole 2-page thing with the music, with the sheet music, I have that recorded as well. So
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Marianne. Unmute. Go for it.
When you say I'm going to send you, does that mean everyone or just him?
I'm going to send it to everyone.
Okay. And my second question is, will we have access to tonight's class to watch again?
Of course. Now, here's the trick. Oh, you know what? Slides as a PDF. I'll share the slides as a PDF. My son's first grade gigantic pencil. You can't see that. When you record one of these things where you share a screen, they create a second video of the shared screen, I think with the audio, but you like have to watch both of them side by side and it's super weird. So what I'll do is I'll share this where you can see everyone's videos, and then I'll share a PDF of the slides so you can look at them. Because that is, thank you. That's a good thing to do. All right, Mandy, you look tired. Let's get you to bed. Jenny,